How you doing, Miss Lady? You got a few seconds, let me show you something? 30 seconds, let me show you something real quick. The most important information you gonna get. What color is Christ in the Bible, Miss Lady? What color is Christ? Come talk to me, let me show you. John 8:32 again. You say what? I can't hear you, Mama. It's loud out here.
What color is who?
What color is Jesus the Christ, our Messiah?
He's not black, he's not white.
Why you say that?
Because he's fair.
You believe in the Bible, right?
Yeah.
Read that.
The book of John, chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
The Bible say the truth is what's going to set us free, right? So, in America, we've been pushed that this dude right here is Jesus Christ, right? Give me Revelation 1:1. Throughout our whole life, we've been taught that this dude is Christ. Huh?
It's white.
That's white, right?
That's what it says white. Yeah.
That's white. That's not right, though.
He was never white.
He was never white. But you say he ain't got no color, so if he don't got a color...
Yeah, he's not black, he's not white. To me, the way I see him, he's not black, he's not
Now,
white.
you say you believe the Bible, right?
Yeah.
We finna read. Read that, 1:1.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
Miss Lady, what's your name?
Badia.
Medea?
Badia.
Badia.
Look right here.
Step around. Step. Walk with me, talk with me. All right, read it again.
I don't refuse
The
no prayer.
revelation.
You say what?
I don't refuse prayer.
You say,
I don't refuse no prayer.
okay, read that.
The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
Now, this is the revelation that John, the Revelator, got to give back to the children of Israel, right? Because it was prophesied that these people was going to come and take our images away from us, right? Verse 14.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Now, this is a clear description. It says hair on his head and the hairs on his face were white like wool, right? Now, what people on this earth got woolly hair? You don't know?
We do.
We do. We got woolly hair. My brother right there got woolly hair, right? That's a strike against this dude right here. That's one strike against this dude, right?
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Now, Christ,
Flame of fire.
yes, ma'am, because the whites of his eyes was red. Why? Because he drank wine in moderation. That was his first miracle. At a wedding feast, he turned water into wine. Right? So he drunk some. Right? It's not a sin to drink, it's a sin to be drunk. So he drunk, right? Read.
And his feet.
The same way I can see your feet right now, he ain't have no socks on. John the Revelator is giving the description of Christ from head to toe, right? Now it say, and his feet.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if
Just like,
they burn in a furnace.
you know, you cook, right?
Every day.
I cook too, right? I done burn up a lot of stuff. What color is anything that you burn?
Black.
It's black. Read it again.
Black or brown.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burn in a furnace.
So we already established anything that you burn is black or brown, right? So the revelation of Jesus Christ, Christ is a black man according to the Bible, right? Now, according to these people over here, the nation of Israel, where you think Christ came from? Because you know he was a Jew, right? You know he was a Jew. Give me Hebrews 7:14. I'll show you something. Did you know you're a Jew too? Oh, you didn't know that? I'm gonna show you something. Hebrews 7:14.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 7, verse 14.
Right, you gotta stop there. Read.
For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
It's evident throughout this whole Bible that our Lord, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, our Lord, sprang out the tribe of Judah, right? Today, if he was walking around on earth, he'd be called a so-called American black man, right? That's who Christ is.
That's right.
From the tribe of Judah, of the nation of Israel. He came to save and give repentance unto his people, the nation of Israel. Now I gotta ask you, who are you? According to the sign right here, right? Because me, myself, I come from the tribe of Benjamin. My brother right there come from the tribe of Judah, right? So who are you?
I'm African.
You're African. What part of Africa you from?
West.
West? Give me Isaiah 11:11. Let me show you something. Let me show you something, right? Did these things right here happen to your people? They happen, right? Read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people.
So it's gonna be a remnant of the Lord's people, well, scattered throughout the world, 'cause that's where we at, right? But specifically,
I gotta go do my daughter's shower. She got to sleep tomorrow.
Huh?
I gotta go do my daughter's shower.
You got to do what?
She got to go to the shower. She got to sleep tomorrow.
You got a flyer? You got a flyer? Get you a flyer, right? Who are we? Romans 8:16. Huh? We are the children of God, but who are you? Because he only got 12 children, Mom.
I'm black, African, black.
But where do you find that in the Bible? That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
Bible. The Bible teaches about
Listen. There's no land of black, right? The children of Israel were promised the land of Canaan. But who are we really? We are the Israelites according to the Bible.
That's right.
Right? You would be from the tribe of Judah, according to historical evidence, right? Huh? What you mean?
When he was talking about Jewish.
Nah, he wasn't talking all this. He got the flyer right there, man. At Romans 8:16. Listen to this.
The book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit.
The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit, right? So everything that's written in this Bible, it automatically refers to the children of Israel. If you match what's going on in this Bible, then you are the children of Israel.
That's right.
That we are the children of God.
The so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American are God's chosen people. The only way to get in the kingdom of heaven is to come back and keep God's commandments.
Right.
Repent. Do it today. Stop wasting time. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
The Bible say if we don't listen to our God, that all these curses are going to come upon us and overtake us, right? Read.
Verse 15, verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, no matter where you go in the world. When you come and find us, we living in the ghetto. Our neighborhoods is full of adultery, full of murder, bro. Give me a few seconds, come talk to me. Let me prove something to you. Read it again.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
We pay cotton for years on top of years, but we still got to buy clothes from another nation of people.
Right.
God set this world up for the Israelites to run it, but we gave up our authority because we want to do what we want to do. Don't nobody want to keep God's commandments. And that's the problem with our people. Read it again, 16.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city,
Cursed shalt thou be in the city,
and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
the children of Israel was forced to serve their enemies. Why? Because we didn't want to serve the Lord our God. Read it again.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger.
In hunger. Raceway, they got food in there. Walmart, they got food in there. Kroger's, they got food. Publix, all these places. But we supposed to run the world. But because we don't, we are cursed in hunger, right? Read.
And in thirst.
And in thirst.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness, in thirst and in nakedness. Aquafina, Pepsi Cola, Sprite, whatever you want to drink, we got to go to another nation of people to get these things.
Right.
Right, read.
And in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Hey, big bro, in the high vis. High vis. Walk with me, talk with me. Let me ask you something. Read it again.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
Hey, bro, what's your name? What's your name, bro? Daryl. Chanero.
Yeah, how you doing?
What's going on, bro? You know what we out here to do? We out here to teach the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American that we are the Israelites according to the Bible.
Right.
Right? Boss man, let me ask you something. Why did we go into slavery? As a nation of people. Because we disobeyed what? We would disobey the law. So you know that already. So now I got to ask you, why are you not keeping the law now? Deuteronomy 10 and 12. You know you're Israelite, right?
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
What tribe you from? You don't know? What is your father? What is your father? Now, what your father identify as? So-called Puerto Rican or Haitian? What is your father? You're a black man, right? So you from the tribe of Judah according to the Bible. That's who you are. You know Christ came from the tribe of Judah too. You know that? Alright, so now you know that you're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Deuteronomy 10 and 12.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12. And now Israel.
Now Israel, you, general, right?
And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Now, it's saying what's required of thee, right? You want to get the kingdom of heaven, right? I mean, you got to do something. You got to do something. People get born every day and die every day. They live their life without a purpose. But we got a purpose to live, right? This is what's required of you.
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes.
And his statutes. That's what's required of us in order for us to retake this world. For us to reclaim the position that we're supposed to have on this earth, right? We got a job. We're not supposed to be working. We're supposed to be over the nations. They're supposed to be serving us. Yet, we serve them. They faces on the money. To this day, we got other people's last names. That's not your name. You understand? General who? That's not your name. That's not your name, bro. Isaiah 65. Isaiah 65. What is it? 15? 65, 15? Nah, that ain't what I want. It's 65. 65, 15. Right? Keep the commandments to live. Right?
Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 16, 15. And ye shall leave your name for a curse.
And you gonna leave your name for a curse. That means everybody that came before you, they got cursed, they got branded with that name, and now you carry it to this day. In order to change that, you gotta repent, come back to keeping God's commandments. So you're no longer General, whatever your last name is. You are an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, and you gotta live like that in order to get the kingdom of heaven, right? Numbers 15:38. Let me show you something. Everybody around here, right? You see what's on the bottom of our shirts? What you think they call it? Take a look at the sign for me. Take a look at the sign for me. Right here. You see that? They call it fringes, bro. Fringes. Now these right here, the Native Americans, the so-called Hispanics, right? At this point in time, they knew they had to keep this because this is a commandment for the children of Israel, right? Read what you got.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38. And speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
And command them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments, right? It ain't just a fashion statement. It come with it come with a action that come after that, right? Read.
Throughout their generation.
So forever, as long as we reproducing on this earth, we're supposed to have them. But as you know, the so-called Mexicans, they start wearing them. The so-called Indians, they start wearing them. We start wearing them, right? So we broke that. Read.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Now when you look around, right, you see the blue ribbon on the top of all our fringe, right? We're coming back to keeping God's commandments, right? Now this is what it's for. Read.
And it shall be unto you for a friend, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them.
As long as you got these fringes on, once you learn the commandments that you're supposed to be doing, it hinders your brain from doing it. Once you know who you are, you got these fringes on. That's a part of the commandment. That's why they was created, right? Another question. What do you like to do in the world? Like yesterday was Halloween. Did you celebrate that? Why not? You were working? That's the only reason? Now you know we're not supposed to celebrate that. We're not supposed to celebrate none of these holidays. You know what we're supposed to be keeping? The Sabbath day. The Feast of Dedication. You understand? The new moons. Those are things we're supposed to be keeping. That was ordained and created just for us. Only for us. Right? But when we get the kingdom back, everybody gonna be forced to keep these things until it's just us. Right? Give me Exodus 20. Exodus 20. 20 and 8.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
What's the Sabbath day, bro? The Sabbath day. It's Sunday. Now, I know you don't know, but where do you think that come from? That's what we was taught, right? Now, it's Saturday. That's the Sabbath day. When you look at your phone right on the calendar, what's the last day of the week? It's Saturday. Read it again.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant.
We supposed to keep the Sabbath day holy, coming together and going over our laws so we can understand how to run the world again, right? That's what we supposed to be doing. Ain't no buying and selling on the Sabbath day. Ain't no working on the Sabbath day. Now today, that'll crash the economy. If all of us start keeping the Sabbath day like we supposed to, that'll crash their little economy. Just one day of the week. One day. Right? You want to have ownership of the world again, right? So that's something that you got to start keeping. And I'm tired of working. I don't know about you. I'm tired of working for these people. I'm tired of paying rent to these people. So that's one of the commandments that you can do. I know you can do it. You work on Saturday?
Yes.
I mean, you got to find a way to get out of that. You see what I'm saying? So you can come back to keeping God's Sabbath day. It's a beautiful thing too. We got a school, a congregation. You need to be there.
Yes,
You got kids?
Yes, sir.
You got kids. All praises. Deuteronomy 6 and 7. You got old lady, old girl, wife or something? You ain't got nobody. All praises. Right? But you are having sex, huh?
No.
You ain't having no sex?
No.
All right, read what you got. Deuteronomy 6 and 7.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 7. And thou shalt teach them diligently.
Now this going into what you're supposed to be teaching your children. Teach them diligently, right?
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house. Verse 6. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
These words supposed to be in your heart so you can teach your children to not smoke. You see what I'm saying? Not to be out here laying down with every one of these sisters. You found a sister, you married that sister, and raised your household as a grown man. That's what we supposed to do. That's what we missing in our community. That's why we got these teenagers out here killing each other, because they ain't got no father figure in the house to set their life together. You see what I'm saying? That's why these sisters having all these abortions, but they ain't got no man in the house to marry them and set up, get their mind right. You see what I'm saying? That's what's missing in our community. Why you think AIDS and all these diseases running rapid? Because our people don't like to get married. Why? Because they've been taught by the same people that put us in slavery. They've been taught by all the other nations on this earth instead of following our guideline like we supposed to. Right? Joshua 1 and 8. Our guideline is the only thing gonna save us with application and prayer. Right? Application and prayer is gonna save our life after we apply what we supposed to apply. Joshua 1 and 8. Read it.
The book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
It should not depart out of your mouth. So everything that you think about, everything that you speak should be filtered through this book. That's how we win. We turned away from the book and then we lost our heritage, right?
But thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous.
For then, once we do these things, everything that we set our mind to do, He gonna make it prosperous, right? But we gotta keep God's commandments, long story short.
We used to scream black power while Oram was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.